What's up, you guys? My name is Evan. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Right now I'm currently in Tepoztlan, Mexico. I'm up on the roof of the house that I'm currently staying at. But yeah, today's video is about the word integrity. What is integrity and why is it so crucial for our psychological and spiritual development? So I'm just going to jump right into the video. I'm going to give you guys my definition of integrity, what it is, and then I'll go into why it's so important. So to me, integrity means that there is a cohesion, there is a cohesiveness between the way that you think, the way that you feel, and the way that you act. All three of these things are working in tandem with each other so that there is a cohesion and there is a unity within your being, within how you are. Integrity also means that you take responsibility for your state of consciousness. You take responsibility for your mental state and your state of consciousness. Integrity also is shown by courage. If you have courage, then that means that you are at the level of integrity. That means that you have a willingness to face your fears and show up in life. So why is this so important on our spiritual path? Why is this so important to our psychological evolution? It's so important because nobody else other than ourselves can take responsibility for our mental state and for our state of consciousness. That is the most crucial aspect of what integrity means. Nobody else other than you can take responsibility for how you experience and how you interpret the world in which you live. Okay? This is why integrity is so crucial, because when we are in the blame game, when we decide to blame other people and blame the world for how we feel and how we think and how we are experiencing our life, then what we're doing is essentially we're projecting all of our power outside of ourselves, and we end up in a state of victimhood. We end up in a victim mentality, and I have another video on my channel about victim mentality and how to transcend it through understanding karma. So if you're interested in that, go check out that other video. But essentially, when we blame the world and we blame other people and we blame our circumstances for our mind state, for our mental state, we're putting all of our power outside of ourselves. And so it becomes very, very difficult to live life in an empowering and deliberate and enjoyable way. You know, how can you live your life in an empowering way when you're blaming other people for your state of consciousness? It's not possible. The only way that you can live an empowering life is when you're taking responsibility for your own mental state and you're saying, my mental state has the ability to be more powerful than the circumstances that surround me. A really powerful mantra and something that you can remind yourself of in your life is that circumstances don't matter. Only your state of being matters. Your state of being has to be superior to your circumstances in order for you to evolve. And I understand that we're all humans, you know, certain things happen in our lives and it can be very like emotionally or mentally disturbing. You know, your family member or your pet dies or something and you go into grief or sadness. That's totally fine. That's totally acceptable. And you can allow yourself to feel these feelings and go through these states of being. But it's very important to remember that, you know, this isn't to see the event for what it is and allow yourself to experience whatever it is you experience. And yet at the same time, remember that it's not permanent and that you have to move on eventually. You know, you have to be able to let go and to basically have the courage to move on with your life and to not allow the world to enter into you, to enter into your state of being. You know, this is essentially what we're doing, like on the spiritual path, is to be able to walk into any circumstance and have inner peace. That's what you want, but peace requires integrity. Peace requires that you take the actions that lead you to peace. You cannot be passive and expect peace. You know, it's not in integrity to allow people to walk all over you like a doormat. That's not self-loving. That's not being in integrity to allow people to do that. So to become clear on how to live an integrous life, you have to become clear on what you value. What is it that you value? What are your principles? And then once you have clearly defined your principles and what it is that you value, you can then begin to work on embodying those principles and acting and thinking and feeling in accordance and in alignment with those principles. For example, if you value honesty, if honesty is something that you value, it's a principle that you want to adhere to, then to be integrous within yourself means to act with honesty, to think with honesty, and to be honest. And so as you become aware of what it is that you value and how you can act in accordance with it, you become more in touch with your power. The more responsibility that you take for your life and for your own state of consciousness, for your own state of mind, the more power you have in your life, the more influence you have on the circumstances. Because when you're in like a victim state of consciousness and you think that you are at the effect of the world, you think that the world is causing your internal state, then there's very little that you can do to change the external state and to make it more preferential and harmonious for your inner state. You know, if you are in that powerless state and you're projecting all of your power outside of yourself, then there's not very much you can do to live an empowering life. And so this is my definition of integrity. I hope that you guys found some kind of value from this video. If you did, please hit the thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. I'm going to be coming out with more content like this. I'm trying to go full-time creating content, so every subscriber helps. I want to be able to go live on YouTube as well, and I need a certain amount of subscribers before I can do that. So yeah, I hope that you guys have a blessed rest of your day. I hope that you found some value in this. And yeah, peace.